walking down the stairs, I distinctly remember that, very, very vividly remember that scene because it was me, Guruji and that son, three of us. And he's a very highly qualified person, like I told you. He has done a CA, RCWA and ACS. It's a medalist and a very, very, very intelligent person. He was very emotional at that time because he could not take it. Guruji was there, and it was a very difficult, emotionally a very difficult moment for him. He was almost in tears. And I told all this to Guruji, and then he told Guruji, I have been coming to you, having your darshan, and I have surrendered myself to you. I have been listening to everything that you have been saying. So it would be extremely immature and stupid on my part to ask something to you like, my mother should live forever. I know that that's not going to happen. Everybody who comes has to go. You have to. There's no escaping that, what we did before. So nobody is exception to that. So I am not going to ask you for that, but I do have a small prayer which you must grant. He said it. And Guruji just stopped for a moment in that landing, and he said, so what do you want? Very, very kindly, he put his hand on his shoulder. All those moments, it's just stuck in my memory forever. And I'm sure just that touch itself would have been so comforting to him. Just to see that itself was very comforting for me. And so what do you want? What do you want? He said, I love my mother very much. There's one person in this whole world whom I love, it's my mother. I love her very much, and she also likes me very much. Right now, my situation is not very good. My mother is very worried about it. I don't have a job right now. I'm looking for a job. Also, she wants to see me settled, get married and settled. So these two things are bothering her very much. She's very worried about it. So I just pray to you that she should be alive to see me come to that good position. In fact, he said it in Tamil. என்ன சொன்னா அப்படின்னா, நான் நல்ல நிலையில இருக்கிறத எங்க அம்மா பார்க்கணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அம்மா வந்து பகவான் கிட்ட போ. Just she needs to see that I have reached that good position, and then she can attain God's feet. Guruji just gave this very nice smile, and we continued walking. We came down, and he said the most beautiful words at that time. He said, what is that nalla nilai? What is that good position? For you, what is it? You are with me right now. I am with you right now. I am holding you. Don't you think? And your mother has seen it just now. In the middle of this night, he saw you with me. Can there be a better nalla nilai? Can there be a better position than this? Do you think there can be a better position? Is this not the best? This is what Guruji said. He just smiled after that, and then Guruji got into the car and we drove back. And I took Guruji to Premika Bhavanam, and then from there I went home. The next morning, just hardly a few hours, 2-3 hours, I just went home, took a shower, got back, because next morning is a big function. So when I entered Premika Bhavanam, Guruji was nowhere to be seen. Guruji was inside the Sannadhi. If you come to Premika Bhavanam, you will know that there is a Sannadhi on one side with a screen, and there's the room on the other side. He was inside the Sannadhi, and when I went there, he just opened that screen from one corner, and he put his head out like that, and he called me. I went up to Guruji, and then he told me that that mother has attained the feet of Krishna. He just told me that. So go see her and go meet her. And he sent us some of us with prasadam from that temple. I could not believe it, because we saw her just few hours ago, and she was doing just fine. She was quite alright waiting to get discharged, and she was, in fact, as I told you, sitting and talking to these doctors with her bags packed. So I went to this friend's house, And then, and at that time, he narrated what happened after Guruji left. He said that after Guruji left, when he went, his mother slowly sat and she started feeling giddy, and then she just wanted to lie down. She did not speak a word after that. She did not see anybody after that. So literally, the last thing that she saw on earth was the face of the Guru. What she heard last was his voice. So with that darshan, and with that, she just like a flower, like a gentle flower, I believe this happened within the next 30 minutes or so. And then the news was conveyed to Pranikabanam early in the morning. Only then, it struck me the beauty of those words that Guruji said. Because those were not something that he told to him. It was not some isolated incident. I thought this is the teaching for the whole of the world, for everybody. Because the one thing that he wished for, the son wished for, was for his mother to see that he was in a good position before she attains the feet of God. That's what he asked. His wish was granted, because not even once Guruji said, okay, it will happen. He did not say any of those words that night. The only thing that he asked him was, don't you think that you are with me right now and I am holding on to you? Is this not the best position that you can be in? And your mother has seen it. So he had told us very clearly the previous night itself that this is it. She has seen it, I am with you, and you are in the best position, so she is going to come to me. We didn't see it. We did not have the eyes to perceive it then. But all this, we could see only retrospectively, only after this happened. So what better position can we all ever dream of being in than to be with him, to be in his control? That way, we are all blessed, aren't we? Because it's one thing for us to know a Mahatma, for us to go after his darshan. It's an entirely different thing when he remembers us, when he knows us by name, and he knows all of us, everybody who is here. Do you think there can be a better position to ever be in? Where he knows us by name, he knows our family, he knows us. So that Antima Smriti, as I was talking about, to come there like that God himself at that moment, and to take that jiva can be done only by him. And he has done it to any number of people. If we were to talk about that, for that itself, we can have a series of how it happened. It is happening. It does not just stop with the human beings, it's happened to animals. Every single animal in our ashram. The very first cow that we had, Lakshmi, Guruji always used to say that she is a very elevated soul, and she is a great bhakta, and fittingly she breathed her last in Guruji's presence on Vaikuntha Ekadasi day. This happens all the time, to the point that it looks like a very regular happening for us in Chennai, and if it does not happen this way, we will be surprised. So that's really how Guruji does it. Deiva Maga, as a God, as a father, as a mother, as the Guru, as God. Todum Deiva Maga. He always does that. And he has done this even to the person who did not come to him. Not just did not come to him, but see, for him, there's no question of love and hate, and there's no duality. But for me, for us, it is there. But this person used to hate Guruji actually. He used to speak all kinds of bad things about Guruji, and I know that we all used to really hate him. I used to hate him personally for that, okay? His wife was very devoted to Guruji, very devoted lady, very pious, and she will always, the only prayer that she had when she came to Guruji was that someday the husband should come, someday he should accept you. She would ask that to Guruji and shed tears every time she comes, but this man was unstoppable. He was unstoppable, and he would make life real hard for her to get to Premika Bhavanam, to have darshan of Guruji itself is very, very difficult.